So in this case, after we've gone through the smart charts themselves, we get into and we dive into the smart bonds section. Here you'll see everything related to the bonds themselves. So it shows, first off, it shows how many bond packages have been created. So each package represents one round, tour, or set of bonds, so there's no confusion. You'll also have the option to create a new round or package by clicking the create bond option, which means a new bond itself, right? So below that, you'll find different results for all rounds or bonds created so far, including the creation date, the interest rate, the denomination, and different other details such as the approved bond issue and so on. So when you start with create bonds, you're building a brand new bond from scratch. In this case, you'll enter who's issuing it, the interest rate, the denomination, how often it's paid, the amount, dates, and more details when it comes to this. The coupons being paid, so which means the how many times the interest will be paid out over the course of the year. And then down below, there's a section for different financial details, for which bank info, IBAN, SWIFT code, and so on. So you need to fill out everything to unlock the generation templates afterwards. Which means the invoice, the term sheet, the certification contract form template. So as you input data up top, it automatically generates what's needed below over here. Afterwards, you're going to see next to below under the generation templates side, you'll see add documents. So it lists 6 required files for us, and none can be missing in this case. It's simple. So go to add documents, pick which one you're uploading, which could be presentation, business plan, second party opinion, evaluation, one pager, and or either white paper. So afterwards, every one of this, all 6 must be included and complete. So a key point when it comes to this is that the issuer details go into the footer and paper template. So while the other info you enter in create bond fills for you the rest of the template. So if you need to change the header or the footer of the document, you'll need to update the issuer as we have discussed earlier. Once all documents are uploaded, you can create the bond itself. So, and a new bond will appear as issued, but in a pending state. So you can click on it, you'll get detailed data about that bond, round, tour, or package itself. You can track how many days are left in the round or bond, the total number of bondholders as well, as I can see, and the total denominated amount. So below there's also a chart for which you can, a chart that's showing how much has been sold versus what's left. You'll also see the total repay amount, how much has been paid out so far, and what we call annual coupons, which shows this year's payment to your investors. Next to the overview itself, we're going to find the bond details. This window precisely gives you a deeper look at the bond you just created with all the details you entered, who issued it, the interest rate, the quantity, the payment terms, the bank info like the IBAN and SWIFT, plus the invoice and contract sent to the buyers after purchase, along with the uploaded documents. Up top, you'll see 3 different dots, which includes which when you click that you can choose to edit if bank details or bond info changes over time. Again, like the shares, you can update it instantly for an active bond, and you can you can change it for afterwards approval. So the data won't update until approved, so sales or purchases aren't affected during that time. So here we've got an example of a new bond on pending and one that's active itself. So this helps show what happens in different various situations. afterwards in the bondholder's ledger, so if the bond is newly created like the previous one, you won't see anything yet. So, but there's although an option to send bond to an investor in this case. So this kicks in when a user reserves or buys the bond from their device. So just like with shares, you can go to transaction, approve it, and after checking the transaction is executed and the bondholder's ledger auto populates by user or the investor itself. So for an active bond like this second one, you'll see the number of holders and can then create a document with filters for a better overview, and also you can report it. So below you get different individual bond purchases per user. You can click then a user and it opens their specific bond portfolio. So it jumps directly to the user's sidebar. You'll see how many bonds they took, their total investment, when they bought it, and or them, and how much they've earned. We'll cover that more details later, but that's the gist here. Afterwards, you're going to see next to the bondholders ledger, you're going to find coupons. You'll see how many payments have been made by which user and bond, including the expiry date, the quantity, and coupon status. So you can click one for details. For example, you're going to see like which installment this is, let's say a quarter plus document, confirmation, transaction date from the user. Transaction details include the invoice and extra info, ensuring every payment is recorded and well documented. So once you confirm the money is in the bank account, mark it as paid. So just like with shares, you can add a date and it automatically generates an invoice for that same coupon or interest, linking it to the transaction itself. Now let's move on to the Smart Collectibles section, which is the last section of 3 from the products section of sidebar. It's similar to how bonds work in this case. So here you'll see how many collectibles collections have been created with each collection shown individually along with its price. First, let's create one. So you can create create a new collection here, and a new window pops up just like for bonds. You'll mark who's issuing the entire collection plus the different general informations like name of the collection, the price, the currency, and the description of the collection. So after that, you'll upload other images, and these will serve as the logo, the banner or home page images, and later the product description and its name. So next, afterwards, you'll get to enter the bank details, for which then you can apply your bank name, your bank address, IBAN, SWIFT again, and then you get to hit, and create the collection itself. So you need to fill everything out to generate the essential documents that come with collectibles when bought. So the invoice, the contract, and certificate themselves. So once created, the collection appears on the collectibles homepage, and where you can see all the rest of your collection. So click on one collection and you'll get general information and basic details about it. So for example, who's issued it, if it's for sale, an overall statistics overview concerning your bond collection. Now we've gone through the overview section of the Smart Collectibles section. So for example, if you click on one of the collection that has appeared, you get the overview section, collection details, collectibles, and collectible holders ledger. So first off, we'll get into the collection details, which opens a similar view to when you created it. So with 3 dots for, again, editing, and if anything changes again over time when it comes to like images, bank info again, or other specifics, just like with bonds and shares, you'll see also update collections. Press that if there are any, again, changes, and it automatically applies the details. So in the collection tab, in the collectibles tab, you have the option to create individual collectibles from one collection. So you can upload an image and then go to finish. Afterwards, in the collectible holders ledger, we call it, shows how many holders you have. Plus, below that, there is details per user. So who invested how much and bought how many collectibles. From the user perspective, just like before, when they complete the transaction, yet again, it shows up for us in transactions. So who took what, once we have that, once we have the bank transaction, and confirmation, we go to approve. And then that's it. And when you enter a user who took a collectible, it automatically opens their portfolio in the user's sidebar, just like with bonds again. And it's showing everything they bought so far with, and just with a further click, you get, the other information about the specific collectible or asset, including the transaction details and the ability to download the image in full resolution.